Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Sherry. Thank you so much for tuning in today. In today's video, I'll be sharing with you what I would do if I was homeless again. And I say again because I've been homeless so many times in my past life. I had to rebuild my life and start all over. So I'm in a good place now, and so that's what I'm doing, trying to help the next person. Okay, I do have my notes just in case. I don't want to forget nothing. Okay, the first thing I would do is I would go to a shelter. Hands down, I would go to a shelter. Why? Because I've been through it so many times. It never works when you live with family and friends, maybe for a little while, but I'm going to talk about that in another video. But I would not live with family and friends. I would go to a shelter. I would look up the number to the shelter in my town where I was staying, and I would Google it. You can Google everything now, and you get the number. Or I would go up there and see what I had to do. So this is for if you are about to be homeless, or you're staying with someone right now, you are homeless, or you're about to become homeless. But that's what I would do. I would plan on making a move and going into a shelter. There's so many benefits of living in a shelter. Sometimes we just gotta humble ourselves. Okay, I know nobody wants to do it, but that's like part of your journey. Sometimes you may have to go into a shelter. God is trying to show you something. He's trying to correct whatever behavior led you to being homeless. And sometimes it's two that plays a part in it. It's us making the wrong decisions, but whatever have you, the shelter is good. Okay, and so the shelter possibly can help you get housing. I know the shelter where we live, it's like a 7-month stay. Some shelters are 30 days, 90 days, 6 months, but our shelter is 7 months stay here, and they help you with paying first month's rent and deposit, getting your electric on. It's a lot that goes on in shelters, okay, behind the scenes, and you get a case plan. So I would definitely go to a shelter. It could just benefit you, especially if you have children. But here, like my shelter helps men a lot, okay? So if you're a man watching this channel, like, I would really go to a shelter. You're a woman, a single parent, and follow the rules, okay? And so number two, these are not in no specific order. I'm just, letting you know what I would do, and I would definitely go to a shelter. So number two is I would go to my local community center, or what they call the resource center. So I would go there and I would get every number, every piece of paper that I could, every little business card that I could, that would help me in rebuilding my life and getting a place to stay, okay? Because there's no sense in you just getting a piece of paper or some kind of resources for a place to stay. You might as well get everything you can for a job, a place to stay, the papers that have like, sometimes they have the stapled little packet that gives you every number to every food bank, every clothing resource, free clothing resource in your community. I would just have me a folder and get those things. Okay, go to your community resource center. Okay, and sometimes that center is in, like, inside the, like, welfare building, and like the job training room. So you got to look there and you got to do the work. This is your work you got to do. And so number three would be, I would research in my hometown, in my community. I would research every available housing that like affordable housing or whatever. I will put, because this is if I don't have any money. Okay, so what I would do is I would get on every housing list. I would get on metro housing list. I would get on low income housing list. I would just get on every housing list. And sometimes you could go on Google and you could research outside of your state, in another town. I think, like in Texas, they have all year round open availability for housing, and you don't have to live. When you get on metro housing, you don't have to apply just in your community. You could be living in New York It applied for metropolitan housing like Section 8 in Texas. And listen, and the first one that came available, I would take. That's what I would do if I was homeless with no money. I would do that. I would research everywhere I could and get on every housing list, low income list. You know, some waits are 6 months, some waits are 90 days, some waits are a year. But you never know how many people that don't show up when their name is called, or they didn't change their phone number, and so they get knocked off the list, and so you boost up. Okay. And another thing I want to tell you is going to a shelter. It only is an advantage to you, okay? Because first of all, you don't have to have nobody. If you're following the rules, nobody's going to kick you out, okay? And another thing is that's considered being homeless and you're in a facility, which if you get on housing lists like Metro and Section 8, it will boost you on the top of the list, okay? It will help you get higher so you could get a place faster. I would definitely be having a notepad, keeping me a notepad. See, I got a little one. You keep a little small one, a pen and a folder of some sort so you can keep all your stuff with you. People carry around a backpack, you have a purse, a bag, whatever. But you definitely need this for your numbers. You need to keep a pen and you need to keep a folder so when you get all your papers and things like that together. Number 5 is one of my favorites. You know, I talk about transitional housing on here. So I would definitely be researching transitional housing in my community. You know, and sometimes you have to, they don't have that publicized, so sometimes you have to talk to somebody, ask questions about transitional housing. They have hidden transitional housing. It's just not publicized enough. So a lot of people don't know about it, but you can watch my videos. I spent 2 years in a transitional house in another city that I was living in. And man, like I said, I got a video. I'll probably link it below. You can watch that, what my experience was. I had 2 years to live there, and that was so much stress relief on me because I had like 4 kids with me, and it was that I had 2 years and I really didn't have a lot of money. I only paid $50 per month. Everything else was free for me, and I had my own apartment, a 3-bedroom. Listen, but y'all go ahead and watch the video, okay? And this next one is if I had kids or if I didn't have kids and I was in a domestic violence situation, I would definitely go to the police station in my city. They will know what to do. I would definitely call them. They would definitely know what to do. They know how to hook you up with somebody. I can't really say on here just for privacy and protection, but they would know where to take you at to keep you hidden and keep you safe. And you and your children will have a safe place to stay for as long as you are allowed to stay there. And while you're in there, you can be doing the work to get you a place, and they may help you get a place. When I got my transitional housing, I was homeless, and let's just say I was hidden, okay? And from there, I got the transitional housing, okay? So you got to do what you got to do to survive in the right way, in decent and order. And sometimes we don't want to go through these things. We don't want to do the shelter. We don't want to do transitional housing. We don't want to go through that humiliation. We don't want to go through that kind of suffering. But listen, it's all for your good. Look where I am. Just take my list and work it, okay? Do what you got to do. Get in the shelter, work the program, follow the rules. That's all I have. Like I said, if I had no money, I would be doing these things, okay? And that's it. So you all have a wonderful, blessed day, and I thank you so much for watching. But check in the description box, and I will also put a link to my book, to some videos that I think you might want to watch in the description box. Yes, I wrote a testimony book about my life. If you want to hear my story, I pray that it blesses your whole life, okay? So I will see you in the next video, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel for the next video. Peace and blessings.